Hey fight fans, today in this video we will discuss the upcoming UFC 279 event. Chimaev failed to make weight, so Diaz's bout with him could be cancelled. There are only a few hours left before it kicks off, and it seemed that there would be no backstage issues and everything would run smoothly. But Kevin Holland, a superhero outside the octagon, made some remarks to Khamzat, and then a brawl broke out as a chain reaction involving the Diaz camp, Kevin Holland's camp, and Chimaev's camp. As a result, about 100 people were involved in the fight. So not surprisingly, Dana White decided to play it safe and canceled the press conference after about 5 minutes into it. So now we are going to discuss all that went down, but first, please like and subscribe to the channel. During the official weigh-in, Chimaev came in at 80.9 kilograms or 178.5 pounds, while Diaz came in at 171 pounds or 77.6 kilograms. Now keep in mind, this is a welterweight fight, which is 170 pounds, and you are allowed a 1 pound difference.
Everybody's kung fu fighting. I touch the solar plexus, it fucks up your diaphragm, and you no longer can cut weight. That's what happened here, guys.
Matter of fact, I noticed you guys just really want this Chimaev beef. Since you guys want it, bring me some Manscaped clippers. I'm cutting this beard off them.
Now, in the event that Chimaev is unable to shed the excess weight, the main event could become Tony Ferguson versus Jinliang. Fans and fighters are shocked. How could Chimaev have done this? What's going to happen next? And why did he laugh after the weigh-in like it wasn't a big deal? With everything he has said leading up to this fight, you have to make weight. So now let's go back and review all that happened yesterday. It all started with the fact that Kevin Holland is a sharp-tongued guy who does not miss the opportunity to say something. Right before the UFC 279 press conference, Holland made a remark to Khamzat Chimaev. "Just so everyone knows, I offered that clown a free beard trim. I don't know anywhere in the US that would offer this service free. I am precise. I promise I would not nick him. At your service, just like the hotel staff, bro." Kevin made a generous offer to Khamzat, but Khamzat did not appreciate that offer. According to journalist Ariel Helwani, Boers kicked Holland in the chest, which started off a huge domino effect backstage.
Well, before going out behind the curtain, there's Khamzat Chimaev and his team, there's Kevin Holland and his team. They've been exchanging some words as of late, and they started to exchange some words, and they got very close to each other and were kind of pushing each other and whatnot. No real physical activity, so to speak, in terms of like serious kicks, punches landed, but there was definitely, some physicality, if you will.
Earlier in the day, Holland had a run-in with Chimaev, telling him that his behavior changes depending on the presence of journalists nearby. "I feel like he likes the effing media. I feel like he only does this extra wannabe street shit when the media is around. Other than that, he doesn't do it. When you guys aren't around, he wants to do fist bumps, and he wants to be your best friend. When you guys are around, then all of a sudden he's like, 'Roar, I'll rip your effing head off.' You ain't ripping shit off, dog. Let's be real. You want a paycheck, just like the rest of these guys around here." So this isn't the first time, because back in October of 2021, Boer shared some details of a skirmish that happened back in August of 2020. Holland wrote about me on social media, saying something about my lack of a mask. Then we crossed paths at the hotel, and I asked what exactly he had in mind. Kevin said he didn't remember what it was. Then I grabbed him by the neck and pushed him. Then when they began to hold me, he began to chat something. The typical American thing is to start talking, but not doing anything. And this time, the insulting phrases of the American did reach Chimaev, and he decided to act on it. And how could a backstage brawl happen and the Diaz camp not be involved? Well, according to foreign sources, the Diaz brothers could not ignore the conflict. The whole thing escalated into a mass brawl in which more than 100 people took part. From the side of the Diaz camp, there were over 50 guys. Chimaev had more than 30 people in his camp, and the rest were with Kevin Holland. All of this commotion went on behind the scenes. Dana White comes out to address the press, saying that Diaz's camp had 57 people. There were more than 30 in Khamzat's camp. It was just crazy. It was absolutely crazy here. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out where this press conference was headed. In addition, the UFC president said that ex-UFC and Strikeforce fighter Tiki Golson helped to resolve the situation. If it wasn't for Tiki, we would have been in big trouble. After the brawl, Khamzat Chimaev got in touch on social networks and personally commented on the situation. With this being one of the biggest fights in recent UFC history, a lot of reactions have been posted to social media. The most provocative was Paulo Costa, who got into an argument with Chimaev at the UFC Performance Institute. The Brazilian posted a photo of Khamzat in a coffin with the classic signature RIP. But Nate Diaz's friend and teammate Jake Shields commented on the incident by saying, "What a stupid press conference." Now, I do have to agree with Jake. It's not professional. But on the other hand, let's be honest. This is how fights are sold. One thing I do know for sure is that a super battle awaits us. Chimaev can cut the weight. And we will keep you posted. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys soon.